Here are highlights of the news. Federal government, with the support of World Health Organization, are upgrading and revitalizing 88 primary healthcare centers in Nasarawa State to provide quality healthcare services in rural communities. Aliyu Tijani reports that the reforms seeks to target increased access to healthcare services in the state.
The intervention is being implemented under the Immunization Plus and Malaria Progress by accelerating coverage and transforming service impact project, which aims to improve facilities across 780 primary healthcare centers in the state. Equipment have been provided to 147 primary healthcare centers, while 88 primary healthcare centers are currently being upgraded. The stakeholders' engagement is to assess progress made in the implementation of the impact project.
We want to double all the indicators we are tracking, both maternal child indicator and malaria indicator. We want to more than double those indicators.
However, stakeholders decry low patronage of rural population in accessing primary healthcare services.
PSC posed a strategic point of blocking most of these diseases through proper vaccination.
By end of 2025, we'll reach to that 147 primary health care that is similar to the whole of Nasarawa State.
The project will end by the end of the year. The implementing players commit to scale up interventions across all primary healthcare centers in the state. Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dili Alake, while at the National Assembly to defend the ministry's 2025 budget proposal, said the ministry in 2024 tripled its projected revenue from 11 billion to more than 37 billion naira. This information prompted the committee to support increased allocation to the sector to further tap its potentials. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reported on this engagement and that between the Joint Committee on Trade and Investment with the Minister Jumoke Oduwale.
The need to diversify the economy of Nigeria away from fossil fuel. The whole world is transiting from fossil fuel to green energy. And the ingredients of green energy are the minerals and the critical metals that we have. So creating this ministry was to harness the potentials of this sector for the benefit of Nigerians. From ocular proofs and visibility of actions from the ministry, we have not been sleeping.
No doubt, the vision of the administration of President Bola Tinubu for the solid mineral sector is yielding desired outcomes. After the minister reeled out the achievements of the sector in the last 1 year, the lawmakers insist that government should leverage on its potentials to grow the economy.
We've all agreed that data is important. How do we drive exploration with 9 billion? The time has come more than ever where you have to start taking bold steps, and those bold steps must start with this sector.
At another budget defense session with the Minister of Trade and Investment, Jumoke Oduwale, the Joint Committee wants federal government to channel more efforts to expand trade relations and improve investments to drive job creation.
The projection of 2.4 billion is abysmally low. It is very, very low. What you need to do is to look at your revenue lines and see those that you can grow.
We'll ensure that the ministry is enabled to play its vital role in facilitating the ease of doing business through enhancing productivity and competitiveness. This ministry remains committed to achieving its vision of promoting economic growth, creating jobs, and generating wealth for all Nigerians.
Harness the nation's resources for socio-economic development of the country through equitable allocation of funds in line with the fiscal policies of the federal government to meet the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians.
The ministry was, however, asked to submit more documents to the Joint Committee for further scrutiny. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Now, the Nigerian Air Force is not just an institution, but a family, and families grow together when they share their stories, struggles, and their victories in a bid to ensure that the experiences of veterans are not forgotten, but used as a guide to inspire and lead the force into the future. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, had a parley with some Air Force veterans in Abuja. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
Veterans often symbolize the importance of teamwork, leadership and accountability, as these are the essential skills developed through military training and experience. One of such is Air Vice Marshal Olatokunbo Adesonya, the former Chief of Logistics, Headquarters Nigerian Air Force, and Managing Director, Aeronautics Engineering Technical Services Limited, domiciled in the Nigerian Air Force. For him, the watchword for retirement is preparation.
So one must always have a life of purpose. And it's also been a period for me to give back to the society. And that's why every opportunity I've had, I've been able to educate either on national security issues or other issues.
This gathering, therefore, by the Nigerian Air Force and its veterans is to further strengthen the synergy, to continue to tap into the vast experiences embedded in them and to reassure them of the Nigerian Air Force commitment to their welfare.
Each and every one of us here answer the clarion call to defend our dear nation and so deserve to be celebrated. The Nigerian Air Force and indeed the Armed Forces of Nigeria will continue to draw from a wealth of experience and continue to build on your legacies.
The Air Force is evolving, but it would always stand strong, grounded in the unshakable principles that had been instilled by veterans who had built it. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Moving on to politics now, the leadership of Both to Both, a support group under the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), is urging Nigerians to be patient with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration as steps are being taken to address the prevailing economic hardship in the country. The leadership gives this indication while distributing palliatives to APC members in Ndemili South local government area of Anambra State. Steve Lona Nwokolo has details.
The group, while acknowledging the hardship being faced by Nigerians, expresses optimism that the present administration has the capacity to turn the situation around for the better. According to the organization, the government is working assiduously to ensure that the burden of reforms being implemented does not affect the poor and vulnerable. The group insists that what the government needs at this critical time is patience and cooperation of all.
Our own is to contribute and to tell our people to keep faith with Mr. President as he navigates the ship towards the promised land for all Nigerians.
What I'm trying to say for me to tell my people from Idemili South, Anambra State, for them to give Mr. President time.
Our President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing is so fantastic. This parity will go a route for the masses.
The organization is currently distributing palliatives to APC members in the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. The initiative, it says, is aimed at strengthening the president's support base across the country. From Nobi, in the Ndemili South local government area of Anambra State, Steve Lonai Nwokolo, NTA News.
Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has described the death of the eldest son of Jigawa State Governor Abdul Wahab Umar Namadi, coming shortly after the passing of the governor's mother, as a difficult test of faith. She was speaking during a condolence visit to the state governor Malam Umar Namadi at the government house in Dutse, Jigawa State. Correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
Braving the extreme weather, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu is in the state to condole with the governor, Malam Umar Namadi, and his family over their losses. The mood at the state government house, Dutse, where she was received by the governor and his wife, Hadiza Namadi, was sober, the loss weighing so heavy. So, the First Lady offered words of comfort on behalf of herself and the President, sending her condolences to the government and people of the state at the council chamber. The First Lady highlights the need for the grieving family to surrender to the will of God.
Anytime you can call any of us home. And I believe that We say, oh, we want to live long, but God is the only one that assigned time to each and every one of us. And we believe that is Abdul Wahab's time. And we pray that God will comfort the mother, comfort the father as well, His Excellency.
Nothing happens without the knowledge and will of God, says the governor, as he appreciates the comfort offered his family by the visit of the First Lady.
You and Mr. President have done everything possible to comfort us. And I want to assure you that what you have done has really strengthened us, has given us more courage and more comfort. Like you said, what happens to us is an act of God, and nobody will question God.
Wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shitima, offered a special prayer to God to grant the souls of the departed Aljana Firdaus and comfort to their grieving family. From Dutse, Jigawa State, Adeni Itaiwu, NTA News.
And that's the news at this time. Weekend Dough continues shortly after this break.